This is Ashton Marcus, and I'm on location at the Actors Co-op presentation of Cat's Paw.
Hi, my name is Ashton Marcus. I'm with KUCI 88.9 FM in Irvine, and I'm here with...
I'm Steve Rothman, and I directed Cat's Paw.
Well, first of all, I love this piece. This is fantastic. I thought it was one of the best pieces I've seen in a long time.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Because of the way I directed the show, we see the audience throughout the whole show. So I was watching you, and I was going, I think he's liking the production.
So basically, what drew you to this piece?
Well, when the company was talking to me about coming back this year, they had me read a number of the scripts, and this one just grabbed me in terms of the immediacy of what's been going on in the country, the way it looks at all sides of a very tricky question, and where somebody's making a decision about something that's right and making it wrong. It all really just touched me, and I just kind of said, wow, this script must have been written like 3 months ago, and then to find out the history of it, that it had been written 20 years ago, then there was a revision about 5 years ago, and yet you look at it now and it's like the headlines from last week. So yeah, just that immediacy caught me.
Yeah, I agree with you. I thought it was fantastic. The story itself talked about the trials of journalism, talked about, I guess, believing in something, purpose in life, about darkness, evil, and even the charismatic nature of evil too.
Oh, thank you for saying that. That was one of the most difficult roles to cast, because you can help an actor collaborate toward a great performance, but you can't give an actor charisma. They either have it or they don't. So that was a tough role to cast, but Sean was just astonishing. And you're right, there's a charisma about him, and that charisma of evil, of people following that. Very relevant.
Speaking about casting, what do you look for in casting? Because that's such an important part of a director's job.
Well, a real director will admit to you that 80% of directing is casting. So what you're looking for are actors who, first of all, it feels like they can really deliver the goods, but then you got to find out, are they flexible? Are they open to direction? And all of that happens in casting. You do little tricks just to see how that goes. And sometimes one character in particular was not my vision of what I thought the character was going to be in terms of the journalist. And Deb Barlow came in, and she was so astonishing that it completely changed my impression of the role, and she got cast just based on her own incredible ability that she came in with.
Actually, I love that character. Well, I loved all the characters. Interesting when she came out in the black T-shirt and the blue jeans and the dress shoes. I'm thinking, something's about this. Something happened. I don't know what's going on with this, but I know I'm going to love this.
Well, and the costumes on this show, E.B. Brooks, does costumes for the Geffen, Laguna Playhouse, all of these big theaters, and here she is working with us, and I thought her costumes were just perfect. I mean, you look at Jessica Lyons when she comes out for her interview, and she looks exactly like somebody we see on TV doing TV interviews.
Once again, first of all, I love this piece. I thought it was one of the best one of the best I've seen in a long time.
Thank you.
I thought the casting was every single person there just did their role so well. The casting was beautiful. It was perfect. Your job as a director, I think, basically you put in a show that people just got to see. I mean, this is just one of the best pieces I've seen in a long time.
Oh, well, thanks so much. I mean, we've been working at this for a long time, and actually I've been on the show for months and months, because you get the design team together and everything else, and our set design is by David Potts, who won the Emmy for Deadwood. So that's why the thing, I mean, you just look at that and you go, we're in a warehouse. But I really appreciate what you're saying, because these actors are exceptional. They have given everything they could and beyond, and you've struck a chord in my heart saying how much this show affected you. Thank you.
Once again, I loved it. Thank you very much for being on the show.
Okay, thank you so much.
Hi, my name is Ashton Marcus. I'm with KUCI 88.9 FM in Irvine. I'm here with
Sean McHugh. I originally from Philadelphia. Came out here about 15 years ago. Been riding the roller coaster of Actors Life, and I'm a member here at the Co-op, and just really excited to be opening this show. I play the eco-warrior, Victor. I'm the protagonist, I guess you would say, for the play. It's funny because everyone, says, "Oh, you're the bad guy," and I'm like, "Am I? Am I the bad guy? I don't know that I'm the bad guy." I mean, Victor has very strong beliefs, and like any good, I guess he's like the antagonist. You have to believe in what you're doing, right? Like you can't go in like I'm the bad guy, like you're dead in the water. But it's funny, someone came up to me and said, "I don't know who's the bad guy in this." I said, "Well, that's good, because if Victor is definitely the bad guy within a play about environmental terrorism, then we did something wrong." So I think Victor really, he believes in the cause and he believes in the fight.
I loved your performance. I thought this was one of the best performances I've ever seen, and you were fantastic.
Wow, thank you so much. That's amazing.
No, first of all, going into it, I thought you were a little too nice. You said, "Oh, I know this. He's playing a terrorist. He's too nice." Then when you got into it, you were very charismatic, but you were also very, very dark.
Oh, cool.
I mean, very, very dark, and you remind me of the Joker from Batman series.
Oh, wow. I will take that. Thank you very much. I mean, this guy has to be somebody that can get people to do what he wants, right? Like all great bad guys, they're charismatic. They suck you in. Otherwise, they're just kind of, but thank you. That's such a great compliment. I appreciate it.
If my viewers decide to come out and see this piece, what should they expect to see?
A thought-provoking piece of theater. When you leave here, you should be having conversations. Otherwise, we didn't do our job. And I think that's what's great about. I mean, it's not obviously not only theater does that, but this piece in particular. And it's so funny. This piece was originally written in the '80s. And then he rewrote it after 9/11 to kind of update it, and it couldn't be more relevant today with the social and economic and our political environment right now is insane. And so I think this goes right along with that. And I think it'll make people think.
Again, I really love the piece. First of all, it was political, wasn't preachy, it was even-handed. Well, it was kind of biased, but it felt even-handed. I love the anti-heroes because everyone was an anti-hero.
Yeah.
I don't think there was a good guy there.
Wow, that's true. No,
but
you're
also,
right.
I felt for every person. I connected with all the people, and I was just mesmerized from beginning to end. It was just beautiful. Definitely one of the best pieces I've seen in a long time.
Wow, well, we really appreciate your support. Thank you so much for coming out. We need people to come see it. So please tell all your listeners, come on out and see it. Actors Co-op. We run till the end of April. Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday matinee. There's discount tickets on Gold Star. Let us know. We want you to come. Please, thank you.
Definitely my highest recommendation for this one. Probably one of the. I'm thinking it's only right now March, so I think it's going to be one of the best pieces I've seen all year. Yeah, once again, I really loved it. Thank you very much for being on the show.
Thanks so much for having me.
Hi, my name is Ashton Marcus, and I'm with KUCI 88.9 FM in Irvine, and I'm here with.
My name's Deborah Marlowe. I'm with Actors Co-op, and I'm currently in our current production, which just opened tonight, called Cat's Paw, and it's a very interesting play, kind of about who's playing who in this situation with the media, with an eco-terrorist, and with the viewing public. And the bottom line question really is who, the symbiotic relationship between those three factors and who's really in control. It's an intriguing 90-minute play. It's quite a ride for the audience, and I hope you'll come out and see it. I play Jessica Lyons. She's the reporter. If you know like Christiane Amanpour or Andrea Mitchell, I'm kind of one of those reporters. It's a complicated role because you're a human being, but you have to witness some really horrific things, and you have to report faithfully, keep yourself out of it, but yet you're human, and it's conflicting. So you want to get the story, you don't want to be heartless, but boy, you want to get that story. And sometimes you see some things and are witness to things that are pretty hard to watch, but it is your job to report faithfully, and that's a complicated thing to do.
I loved your character. First of all, I love this piece. I thought it was fantastic.
Oh, thank
It's one of
you.
the best things I've seen in a long time.
Thank you so much. Thank you. The previews we've had, and then tonight the audience has been right with us. So it's quite a ride for the audience, but you leave asking a lot of questions and having a lot of discussion with your family and friends, and it's a piece for our times.
Your character, I love. Well, first of all, because I myself am a journalist also, and I could feel that you guys just nailed it because there's so much things I can't control. Basically, I'm just a witness to an event.
That's right.
The event itself is the big thing.
That's right.
Putting myself into it actually deters from it because I'm not supposed to be part of the story.
That's so
The
true.
story is part of the story, and it's bigger than I am.
Right, that's so true. But yet you're a human being, and you feel things, and when you see things, and you have some natural reactions as a person, but you're a journalist first, and that is a difficult role to play. But also there's some ego that gets in there too, and you want to get the scoop, and you want to get the best story, and you want the ratings, and you want to advance your career. So there's an ugly side to it that can sneak in as well.
Yeah, and that really corrupts the process because you want to think it's really pure, but no. First of all, you got to bring in ratings. If no one listens to you, I mean, what's the point? And also, you'll be replaced basically if you're not willing to, how should I put it, compromise some things. Because it's just not possible not to compromise some things.
That's right, especially as you get older. Young is the name of TV, and TV news especially. And so as a journalist that has a lot of experience and a lot of years in the business, you're always looking over your shoulder because there's a young one that's ready to replace you. So you have to stay sharp, you have to stay on your game, and sometimes you'll compromise your own integrity to do that.
Yeah, once again, I really loved your character. I love the piece.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for being on the show.
Bye, thank you.
Hi, my name is Ashton Marcus. I'm with KUCI 88.9 FM in Irvine. I'm here with...
I'm Vito Viscuso. I have been in Los Angeles for a while now. I'm an actor, and I'm new to the Co-op this year. So this is actually my first performance at the Co-op, which is Cat's Paw. I'm actually going to be in the next play as well, which is going to be Lucky Stiff. So I basically moved here from Indianapolis, Indiana, and have been kind of pursuing the acting career ever since. And I've been on television, I've been in some films, that type of thing. But this is a the Co-op is a great space to kind of exercise and continue to stay fresh. I played David Darling. He's an EPA official that's held hostage by Victor, the main character in the play. Well, David Darling is he's kind of the everyday man that has he's been thrown into a situation due to his own choices, unwittingly. He has made some decisions in the past due to his job and the things that he had to do, and he's made some decisions that have led him to this moment. It's definitely thought-provoking to the point where you go, wow, every decision you make is something that could affect something else in the future, so it's really thought-provoking, yeah.
I love this piece. I thought it was fantastic on so many scales. First of all, there was a bit of a political message, but it wasn't preachy. It was actually very well handled.
Yes.
Right? Even though, again, I think it did have a bias to it, but it was well handled. Your character, I loved your character. The layers they put in it, because in a sense he was he a victim? Was he like was he being brainwashed?
Right.
What happened to psychologically? What happened to this guy after he was being exposed? You guys played it perfectly.
Oh, thank you very much. Well, that is a tribute to our director, Stephen Rothman, who guided us very, very well and very smartly down a path that wasn't preachy, that allowed us to kind of have our human, reactions to what was going on, and doing a fair number of research on what a hostage is and what it's mentally like to go through something like that. So, in preparation for this.
Once again, I really love this piece. I thought it was one of the best pieces I've seen in a long time.
Oh, thank you.
And I really loved you in the part too. I thought you just nailed it.
Oh, thank you very much. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you. It means a lot.
Okay. Thank you very much for being on the show.
No problem. Have a good one.
Hi, my name is Ashton Marcus. I'm with KUCI 88.9 FM in Irvine, and I'm here with...
My name's Ivy Beach. I grew up in Los Angeles. I got my BFA in acting at the University of Minnesota, the Guthrie BFA Actor Training Program, and studied at Shakespeare's Globe and RADA and LISPA, and now I'm back in Los Angeles. I played Kathy. Kathy is an extremely passionate young woman. She cares so much about the planet, the flora and fauna, and she's extremely passionate, and she is in awe of Victor because he represents everything that she wants in the world. And yeah, she's so passionate, she's willing to go to extreme lengths for her cause, and she's ultimately sucked in by that at the end. So
I love this piece. I loved your character. I thought you played it beautiful. She was so believable. She was very passionate. She basically connected with the audience very well.
Oh, thank you so much. That means a lot because this character's so different from me in real life, as you could probably tell from talking to me right now. And that just means a lot because, yeah, I wanted to connect to the humanity of the character, and it's such a hard point of view to have people actually listen to. She's a terrorist, and no one wants to hear the justification of a terrorist, and so that was a huge challenge when I approached the role because I wanted people to understand this perspective and be able to just listen to it with an open mind, and that is so hard. It's such a hard perspective to buy into because it's so far removed from most of our minds.
If my viewers decide to come by and see this piece, what should they expect to see?
People should expect to see a lot of intensity, very right up close to their faces. People are basically sitting on stage. Actors are throwing themselves on boxes right next to audience members. It's very intense. They should expect to be challenged in how they think about the world, the media, the political environment of our time, terrorism, environmental issues. They should just expect to be challenged on all these issues.
Once again, first of all, I really love the piece. You guys did a fantastic job. It was such a complex piece. I mean, it talked about politics. It talked about, nature. It talked about, I guess how long we have, what we should be doing with our lives. It talked about all that stuff. It talked about passion, ugliness. It talked about terror, and it just connected with me in so many ways. I thought it was fantastic.
Thank you so much. That means a lot, and your engagement with it means a lot. So thank you so much for coming and all your thoughts, and thank you.
Yeah, once again, really loved it. Thank you very much for being on the show.
Thank you so much.
Cat's Paw will be playing at the Actors Co-op from March 24th to April 30th. For more information, go to www.actorsco-op.org.